Okay. So, as many of you know, there are so many options for weight loss out there, and a lot of times we think we're doing the right thing. I couldn't understand why I could lose weight, but I couldn't keep it off, and thought I was doing all the right things and doing everything right, and but the scale wasn't moving. And if it did, as soon as I, traveled a weekend or just got my focus off of what I was doing exactly, I would gain it right back. So let me just mute everybody. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about the things that can cause this to happen. Uh, I love this visual here because if we have a dirty fish tank, our first idea isn't to drug the fish, right? We clean out the fish tank. So with our bodies, when we have issues, it's not always a drug that we need. We need a lifestyle modification. And that should always be the cornerstone of any treatment. Many times that we go to the doctor with all these different things, we're having, all sorts of hot flashes or night sweats or just gaining weight and we don't really understand why, or we're having headaches, low libido, joint problems, aching, tiredness, fatigue, mood swings. It goes on and on. And there's a pill for everything, There's a pill that they want to give us to help us treat those things. And if you are like me, I really don't. I prefer not to do a pill when I could do something natural. So the problem with all this is the weight gain or the night sweats or the insomnia. Those are not the problem. Those are the symptoms of an imbalance. And usually, a large percentage of the time, the culprit is hormones. And so we have three major hormones and really four that affect our weight, which is insulin hormones, thyroid hormones, cortisol hormones, and then sex hormones. You know that too much estrogen or not enough testosterone can throw everything off. Of course, thyroid, I think is like 80% of women have undiagnosed thyroid issues, insulin issues that regulate the sugar, and cortisol levels, which I feel like the cortisol hormone is a big hidden factor, especially in ministry. And a lot of you are in ministry, and it's just we don't feel stressed because we love what we're doing, but your body doesn't know the difference in good stress and bad stress. So always have deadlines, we're on the go, and so what happens is our body just we're in fight or flight. So they're like, you know what, we better hang on to all this fat because we never know when she's going to be in need of extra energy. So that's what's happened to me. A lot of the thyroid issues, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism affect your weight and affect a lot of things. Like it affects weight loss, it affects your gut. There's so much involved with if you have thyroid issues. And we talked about lifestyle modification. A lot of times we do feel like we're eating healthy, but if you have an issue like thyroid, if you're eating wrong, even if you're eating vegetables, if you're eating them raw, the wrong ones raw, it could, backfire on you. So we have to make sure that we are hooked up with people that have knowledge about nutrition and what it does for our health. And that's one thing I love about this company. We've just tapped into a whole health, optimum health company, and we're partnered up with doctors and nurses and scientists that work with our products and make sure they're all vetted and healthy for us. The cool thing about all the things that we have in our company is that they're all already billion-dollar industries. It's not like you're saying, "Oh, we have this gadget that you can sit in and it's like a car, but you're sleeping." And no, this is like something you're already using. You're already using all these things. You're already, using an energy drink or a weight management or skincare. You're already going on Amazon and buying vitamins and minerals, or you're going to Dr. Axe and getting supplements. But these trends, our company offers them and very, very clean. They've been vetted by scientists and doctors, and they're very dependable. I just funneled all that over to this company because I was already buying from 14 different places. But our flagship product is the drops. All of our products are certified, they're third-party validated, they have been vetted and tested. They're created by doctors, backed by science. The facilities are FDA registered facilities. Of course, they're not, no supplements are FDA regulated because a natural product cannot be patented because every year you've got a different crop and you've got a different product every year. You know, when you look at lavender, it's a different product every season because there's different elements that happen to it. So it can't be patented, which is actually a protective. You can't patent what God made, right? So with the drops, which is our flagship product, you can drop twice the weight as you could just diet alone. And the thing of it is, it's actually healing those body systems, balancing those hormones. You know, I've gone on many programs where I could lose the weight, but I had that cortisol thing happening. And so as soon as I stopped that particular like strict program, I would gain that weight back and more. So with this, I've been able to keep off the weight and I'm still losing slower than I did at the beginning, but because I'm not staying as very, very strict on the food plan, but these drops are homeopathic. The first one is homeopathic, the second one is herbal, and they do so many things. The main things that we talk about are the balance of hormones, the appetite curb, the increased energy, the metabolic rate. It helps you with all that. It boosts your mood, supports your thyroid, stabilizes blood sugar. It does regulate cortisol, and estrogen, testosterone. All those things are supported, and the food list is really, like I was saying, I'm not losing as fast now because I have added a couple things that are not on this food list that I probably do 2 or 3 times a week. So I feel like I'm not, I don't blame anybody because I'm not losing still a half a pound a week. It's like I'm losing like 2 pounds a month now, but it works with my lifestyle in my travel schedule right now. Maybe in September it'll be different. I can get back strict and start losing my, 12 pounds a month. I'm literally, can you believe this? I am 20 pounds from goal weight. So I've never said that in my life. So I'm pretty excited about that. So the food list is really just real foods. And you stick to this the first 3 months, stick to it like 90%, 95% of the time. My husband stuck to it about 80% of the time and he lost faster than me actually. So everybody's different as far as your hormone levels. I was in cortisol critical shape and so I completely went off dairy. I am still completely off dairy and that's helped me a lot. My cortisol levels have calmed down quite a bit, and even it's helped with my other absorption. When I had my blood work done a couple months ago, she was very pleased that my absorption levels, that everything was regulating out. So when you buy a product, if you're looking, I wonder if this is okay. You look at the ingredients, is it on this list? That's first 90 days, make sure the ingredients are on this list. Okay. So this was me in June of 22 when I first started. And this, I just did the same outfit for 3 months. I took the picture. I think I have another later picture in that same outfit, but also, that was the in June of 2022, all the way on the left, and then this was in January of 25. Um, this was January 22nd of 2024 on the left, and then January 22nd of 2025 on the right. In the So I lost about 12 pounds the first month, and then I slowed down the second month, and I found out that it was because I was drinking sucralose in my coffee. So sucralose interrupted my hormones. Some people can drink it, it doesn't bother them, but sucralose will shut my weight loss down. It messes with my hormones. My husband lost 20 pounds in less than 8 weeks. He's lost more than this picture now, but this is the picture I have on here. And I love getting the text messages and wins from my friends. Every week I get just message after message. I love especially opening up my messenger because I don't look at that every day and I see all these wonderful reports. So Men usually lose faster than women. This is Mike and Anna, my friends from Georgia, and this is their first month pictures. Just amazing. She's lost 14 pounds, but 10 inches in her waist, and he's lost over 50 pounds now. Um, I put this is my other post I was telling you about with my other outfit. I put that post on, and I think I was at 27 pounds there, and everybody was saying over 50 when I said it. Guess how many pounds? So, and then this is me and my husband just summer of 2020 when we all thought we were going to die and we were eating bread and cake. And then Easter 24 and then fall 24. I need to update those pictures. This is Philip, our friend, down in Red Springs. He's lost 12 pounds and 7 inches off his waist. Elizabeth is on the call today. She's doing amazing. You're at like 32 or 35 pounds now, right, Elizabeth? Yeah, so this was the same dress, just the year before. So she's done amazing. Brandy's on the
Yes.
call. She's lost over 20 pounds. I can't remember how much what she's at now, but she's so excited about her migraines and diverticulitis improvement that she hasn't she's just ecstatic. We had her talk last week about that, and it's just been amazing what she has seen in her health, her personal health, because she had severe migraines and in and out of the hospital with diverticulitis. And that since January, her and Elizabeth have been on the program. January, she got on the program, and this is what she's looking like just Easter, I think, or no, a couple Sundays ago. And then same with Brandy, that just in January, the end of January, they got on the program. So here's my friend Jelaine and her friend Debbie, our friend Debbie, and they both, I'm like, I didn't even think they would need to lose weight, but they did. And so they've done great. And I love it when friends get on the drops together. This is my friend and I, Michelle. We just a couple years ago had took this picture. Then this was just in February or March of this year. We were together and she's like, "Oh, we got to redo that picture," because we both have changed quite a bit. This is our friend Brittany. She is like the PCOS poster child of this company. She is healing her body, losing weight, and she's helping others because PCOS is a very, very crazy disorder that just, there's nothing, the science and diet can, I mean, there's just nothing that really works, but this has helped with her hormones. And she's lost way over 106 pounds now. I can't remember. She's probably close to 120 now. And then Kim Gray, I met her in Utah in January. She has muscular dystrophy and couldn't exercise, still can't exercise because of her joints and her pain levels. But she's lost over 120 pounds and took herself off disability because she said, I'm making too much money with the drops to be getting a disability check. Somebody else needs that money. So she went down to the Social Security office and took herself off of disability. And now she's helping so many people. This is Randy. He lost over 157 pounds in 6 months. Y'all men lose so quickly. Melissa and Andrew, they're husband and wife, and they've lost over 130 some pounds. I can't see it because y'all know I don't know how to move this little thing without there. I figured it out. 135 pounds they lost. And let's see who's next. Ashley, 73 pounds. And she's young, y'all. So I feel like this has like literally changed her life. Shanice has lost 27 pounds, but her A1C is down. And Tracy, her thyroid is back to normal. It's not just a weight loss here. There's so many things. Dr. Crystal Vance has lost more than she weighs, and she's a trainer with our company now. Does this full time. She retired from her physician office and does this full time. And then Susan Frank, my mentor, has lost 48 pounds and kept it off for over 8 years. And she is the number one producer in Partner Co and it's help. I've got her on speed dial. In fact, she was just on this call with me a couple weeks ago, and she's always like, Wanda, anytime you need me, just call me and I'll hop on and help you. But um, I know I've got several of you on here that have been on the drops and had incredible results. Let me see if I can get over here and go down. 2. It's going to keep doing that. See, I don't know how to use my cursor over here. It just disappears. All I can see is, there we go. I see Jelaine, and who else do I have on here? Okay, I don't recognize it. If anybody wants to speak up now and share a story, just a couple seconds, and we'll talk about the options for our people that are looking. Anybody want to unmute and tell your story a little bit? Elizabeth, Brandy, Jelaine, anybody? Donna, how long have you been on the drops? About a month and a half. I can't hear you, but I can read your lips real good. And we're trying to,
I believe, Jelaine, I think I've been on about a month and a half.
okay.
And
Are you noticing any different in your sleep or your appetite or anything like that?
well, I
Energy?
have noticed my level of hunger for sweets have gone down.
Oh, yeah.
I don't crave sweets like I did. And really, be honest with you, it's starting to uh, just not make me crave
Yeah.
or
Takes the
hunger.
cravings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm still new at this, but I think I'm the one that shot myself in the foot. I needed to look at instructions and read them, but uh,
Yeah, we're getting her on the same page together because we tell people at the beginning, just get the drops in your body. If we can get the drops in your body for 3 or 4 weeks, then we can start modifying and saying, okay, now if you're not losing, just taking the drops and what you're doing, let's see what you're doing. And but you once you got the drops in your body, like you said, you don't have that craving, so it's easier to say, okay, I'm gonna eat this, and you can go, make more modifications easier. So I think all of us have experienced that.
yes, well, I will say I have lost some pounds. Uh, Sunday, Usher yesterday said, "You've lost, haven't you?" Well, that was the first.
Yeah,
And
you'll
so,
start noticing it. Yeah.
yeah, and I've said, "Well, I have lost some." He said, "Well, you need to weigh because you look like you've lost more than you think you have." So,
Wow.
so that thrilled me. So anyway, I'm a little bit more diligent with it at the beginning, it seemed sort of make myself remember to do it.
Right. To keep them, yeah.
Yeah, to keep doing it. And so I think I will even lose more now that I'm getting a little bit more conscious of it.
Yeah. Once you get your routine down, it makes a big difference.
Now,
Yeah.
did you only took the drops? I think I asked Jelaine this. I think she answered me. Just before you eat,
Well, I take them 3 times a day, whether I
no
eat them,
matter what.
no matter whether I'm eating or not. I've got my drops in my purse. I take them first thing in the morning, and then I have an alarm on my watch at 11:30. I take them because sometimes I don't, like I don't eat when I first get up. I do coffee, and then I might eat a little something around 10, but you know, at 11:30 I need to take my drops again, and then because that's around lunchtime, and then about 4:30 I have another alarm that goes off. So because sometimes I try not to eat after 6, but sometimes um something happened. Maybe I went out to eat with a friend at 3 and I'm not even going to eat supper. So I just have my regulated times, and that helped me more than anything when I finally figured that out. I was like, you know what? I have a crazy eating schedule. So I need to just take the drops 3 times a day.
Well, I
And
do too. I have a
and if
crazy
you
eating
if
schedule.
you have more than like 40 or 50 pounds you want to lose, you can take them a fourth time. You can take them again. You can take them like first thing in the morning. You can take them at 11:30, 12, and you can take them at 4:30, and then you can take them again at 8 o'clock. You can take them 4 times a day if you want to. So, and that first drop. Now the second drop, I only take it twice a day, and
Okay.
that's at the morning drop and the lunch drop. And I call it breakfast and lunch, but I'm not always eating then.
Well,
So,
I love my breakfast, so, but even that is not immediate, just not
yeah.
immediate. Yeah.
Yep. So, and just remember, like, even if you brush your teeth, you need to wait 10 minutes before you take them because
Oh, okay.
they're homeopathic and they're going to absorb straight into your bloodstream. So you need to make sure that there's nothing slowing that down. That process is going to go straight into your bloodstream. You're going to hold it there for, 15, 20 seconds, and then you're going to wait 10 more minutes before you eat or drink anything. Now, the second drop is herbal, so you can, after 10 minutes, if you took your first drop, you can take that second drop and then you can eat or drink your coffee or whatever you want to do. You don't have to wait. You just hold it under your tongue. Again, it's going into your blood, and then you're good to go. And like if I'm eating, let's say for example, you're eating lunch and you're going, oh man, I forgot to take my drops. Well, just finish your meal, wait 10 minutes, and do your drops. So it's not a big, it's not like, oh, just skip them. You take them. Get them in your body.
Uh, you said your cortisone. How do you test your cortisone?
I
You
went to my
your
naturopath
doctor?
doctor tested my cortisol, and I'm not sure. She did 3 or 4 different tests, and I'm not sure which one actually got my cortisol levels recorded. But she tested like she did a dry blood cell analysis, a live blood cell analysis, and then she put my hand in this other thing. It was um, like scan my hand. So I'm not sure which one of those. But if you have a holistic doctor that could check your cortisol. There's another one you can do. I think you can order it online. You do a spit test several times a day and you send it back to the lab. But to me, that one is very dependent on that day. You know what I mean? It's like that day because it's your saliva, it's not your blood. So I prefer the blood one. And so, but yeah, I could probably tell you, you probably, I mean, if you Google cortisol, uh, imbalanced symptoms, you probably have 9 out of 10.
Oh, no, I have. I am absolutely did every one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah,
right.
I
And
felt
then insulin
that.
resistance. My husband had insulin resistance. He just could he thin everywhere, but he couldn't lose in his waist. So he was able to that's what he'd been the year before he was on the drops. He went to a personal trainer, went to the gym every day, and his waistline did not budge one inch. And now he's down 2 pant sizes. And
Wow.
yeah. Did anybody else have anything you wanted to say or testify or whatever about your success before we move on and talk about the options? Okay. Well, there's different ways to get started. The first way is just to be a customer and buy retail. Most of us that have the drops, we buy in bulk and we buy wholesale. So we have them available cheaper than you can buy them even on our online store. You can just get through us for like 167 for one box, and that's fine. A lot of people, that's what they do. Like Sonia here, that's what she says. It says that she um just started on the drops and lost over 10 pounds. So, but then the second option is a subscribe and save. And that way you can get, there's over 100 products and you can be a preferred customer, which means you subscribe monthly. And so every month you're going to get your product in the mail, and you can adjust that every month if you want just more than just the drops. You can get, try the different products and you get them at a 15% discount right off the bat as a preferred customer. And the third option is to partner with us and become what we call a brand partner. And you actually can either just get the products at wholesale and get a bulk and wholesale uh, privileges, or you can actually start selling them to people and get paid for that with a $30, it's 29.95, but with that you get the tools and resources to you get a website, a back office, you get a couple apps on your phone, and the tools and training is just amazing with this company. And you also, like I said, you get the bulk option. So instead of buying one box at a time, you can buy 4 boxes and get like one free. So and then if you buy, of course, just like Sam's, the more you buy in bulk, the cheaper each box is. So if you buy um, more, it's less per box. And then you can, with option 3, you can also get on social media and turn that into a profit. Right now, social media is it's the hot spot. You know, everybody gets on there and um, you buy stuff from, I mean, how many things have you bought off of Facebook or Instagram lately? But the app that the company that we downloaded is called Boards. This is why I decided, yes, I can do this business because I was just wanting the drops for me and Jeff for me to get my cortisol levels, him to get his insulin resistance straightened out. I was like, I can't do one more thing. I have a brick and mortar business. I own a clinic. I don't have time to be selling product and talking to people and all that. But when I saw this app, it says, you know, you can just go open it up, and if somebody asks you a question, you go to the text scripts for drops, you click on that, and every question they could ask you has already been answered, and you just click the box, and it answers it for you. And I can definitely, if any of you don't understand how to use this, we can hang out after the call is done here and I can show you how to get that working on your phone. And then they have, you know, week 1, week 2, social media where you can just, before you even have a story, before you even have a win, you can post where other people have in the company have been successful losing weight. And it's all it's a system of growth and it works. I'm telling you, it works for um, scientifically. It's in a system like the very first script has a picture of Kim Gray, and people see that, and then they start watching your post, and then it goes on and on. The support is incredible with this company. And we have calls every day you can log into if you want to. You can get in probably 2 Zoom calls a day if that's what you have time for. If you don't have time for that, that's fine. Nobody is, you know, upset with you if you don't. But the more you buy, the bigger the discount, the bigger your profits. So if you buy 10, you use one, you sell 9, and you earn $500. And the products that really sell themselves once you start getting your friend. My All of us have friends. They're going to do whatever we do. Like if you're doing that, I'm going to try it. So your first little bit, you're going to sell to just friends. But then when people start seeing you, like, you know, Donna was saying she walked into church and they're like, you've lost weight. And I remember one day I walked into church and a lady just walked up to me with a credit card and said, okay, I'm in. What are you doing? I keep watching you. So your success will be your billboard. You know, you'll be walking billboard once you see um, your weight loss and you're just feeling better, the energy. So here, this little screen here just kind of tells you, shows you the breakdown of what you pay, what you sell it for, and what your profit is. And there at the bottom, you see that 30 pack for the 117% return on your investment. I've been in sales most of my adult life, and I've never seen that profit ever. If you buy a 30 pack at $2,300 and you're making $2,700 profit, that's just that's above 100%. So you know that is an amazing offer. So welcome to the lunch party. We're ready to put your picture there and get your business going. Any of you, no matter how long you've been on the drops, no matter how long you've been using the product or even thinking about it, we will be with you. Not only do you get the drops, but you get us in your back pocket. You can give your friends a link and we can do a call just for you, just for your people to build their confidence in the company, give them third party validation and get you started. So that is the end of the recording, the presentation. So let me just ask if anybody else has anything they want to say before I stop the recording. If not, we'll stop the recording.